Have you ever wondered who builds our homes, stitches our shoes, or lights up our cities? What if every profession suddenly disappeared? Imagine a world without farmers, carpenters, electricians, or cooks. Life would come to a standstill. Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Let's Learn with Lizzie. Today we are going to study an inspiring journey through the poem Gifts of Grace honoring our vocation, a heartfelt tribute to the dignity of labor and the spirit of unity in diversity. Let's explore how every profession becomes a gift of grace to the society. This poem beautifully captures and celebrates the countless professions that shapes our lives and strengthens our nation. Written by an anonymous poet, it highlights the importance of respecting every vocation, no matter how big or small. Set in Bharat, our beloved India, the poem paints a vivid picture of hardworking individuals whose dedication keeps society functioning harmoniously. It reminds us that every job is valuable, meaningful, and worthy of respect. So let us begin with a fun activity. Can you guess these profession? First comes in furrows deep secrets I sow. Who am I? Of course, it's a farmer. Next comes from wheel to kiln my skill is born. Who am I? A potter. Then I lay foundations brick by brick. Who am I? It's a mason. And finally, I work with pots, pans, and spice. Who am I? A cook. These riddles introduce us to the backbone of our society, people whose work sustains and enriches our lives. So let us have a quick look about the poem. As we all know, the title of the poem is Gifts of Grace, Honoring Our Vocation, written by an anonymous poet, which means we don't know the name of the poet. This poem particularly talks about the theme of respecting all the professions set in Bharat, India, and this poem is written in free verse, which means it doesn't follow any rhyming scheme. Moving on to the summary of the poet hears Bharat celebrating its varied vocations. Craftspeople, artisans, and musicians express creativity through their work. Carpenters and electricians demonstrate precision and skills. Boatmen, shoemakers, cooks, designers, and masons contribute to daily life. And the poem concludes by emphasizing that one's vocation shapes their identity. Let's begin with the powerful and musical opening. I hear Bharat celebrating the varied vocations I hear. Pause for a moment. What does it mean to hear a nation celebrate? The poet isn't talking about actual sound alone. This is imagination at its finest. Bharat, India, is brought to life as if it's joyfully celebrating its people and their work. The repetition of I hear creates a rhythm, almost like a heartbeat, reminding us that every profession adds its own sound to the grand symphony of life. Right from the start, we feel pride, unity, and celebration. Now, the poet takes us into a world of colors and creativity. Those of craft person, each one celebrating their craft, woven with colors and myriad hues. Can you picture it? Artisans working with their hands, weaving, painting, creating beauty. The phrase myriad hues suggests countless colors symbolizing diversity, culture, and tradition. But here's the deeper message. These crafts are not just products, they are expressions of identity, passion, and heritage. Every thread tells a story of its own. Next, we hear music filling the streets. The artisans with lutes, each hailing varied emotions and celebrating dreams, echoing in the streets. Close your eyes and imagine that sound. Music flowing through busy streets, carrying emotions, dreams, and stories. These artisans are not just entertainers, they are storytellers of society. Their music connects people, evokes feelings, and keeps tradition alive. This line reminds us that art gives voice to what words cannot express. Now we shift to precision and skill. The carpenters celebrating, they create anything out of wood with mathematical precision. Did you notice that phrase, mathematical precision? Carpentry isn't just a physical labor, it's a blend of logic, calculation, and craftsmanship. Every cut, every measurement must be exact. The poet is telling us something important here. Even hands on work requires intelligence, planning, and perfection. It's both art and science put together. Let's move to a profession that literally lights up our lives. The electricians. The electricians humming, they get ready for work, work with cables and wires to brighten our lives. Humming, such a simple word, right? Yet so powerful. It shows dedication, comfort, even joy in their work, and brighten our lives. That's not just about electricity, it's symbolic. Electricians bring light into darkness, both physically and metaphorically. They make modern life possible. Imagine a day without electricity. Suddenly, their importance becomes crystal clear to all of us. Now the scene expands to the vast sea. The boatmen gathering their nets from the shore, sailing and singing while at work, return to tell the tales of life at sea. There's movement, rhythm, and adventure here. Boatmen are not just workers, they're explorers. Their songs reflect freedom and connection with nature. And when they return, they bring stories, stories of struggle, survival, and experience. This line celebrates resilience and the beauty of a life lived close to nature. Now let's focus on a profession we often overlook. The shoemakers affirming the quality of their work for the feet that walk, dance, run, jump, return home. Think about it. How often do we notice our shoes? Yet, shoemakers support every step we take. The list walk, dance, run, jump captures the entire journey of life. And finally, return home, that's more than physical movement. It symbolizes comfort, safety, belonging. Shoemakers don't just make footwear, they support our journey through our life. Now comes one of the most beautiful lines in the poem. The delicious singing of the cook or the rhythm of designs, mason, each celebrating what belongs to them and to none else. Delicious singing, what a fascinating phrase. It's a metaphor. Cooking is compared to music, just like a song pleases the ear. Good food delights the senses. And rhythm that suggests harmony, consistency, and flow in work. Every profession has its own rhythm, its own music, and each work takes pride in what belongs uniquely to them. Here comes the heart of the poem. The voice of their vocation is the voice of their identity. Let that sink in for a moment. What we do defines who we are. Our work shapes our identity, our purpose, and our place in society. This line is a powerful reminder. No work is small, every role matters, every voice counts. And finally, the poem comes to full circle. I hear Bharat celebrating the varied voices I hear. We return to the beginning, but now it feels deeper. We don't just hear sounds anymore, we understand them. Each profession is a voice, and together they create the identity of a nation. This reputation enforces unity, pride, and celebration. So, the next time you see a carpenter, a cook, a shoemaker, or an electrician, pause for a moment. Look again, because behind every profession lies a story, a skill, and a silent contribution to society. This poem teaches us one simple yet powerful truth. Every vocation is a gift of grace. Now that we have clearly understood the essence of the poem, let us get into the themes of the poem. At its heart, the poem celebrates the dignity of labor. It emphasizes that every profession contributes to the growth, harmony, and prosperity of nation. The poem beautifully conveys that work defines identity, diversity strengthens unity, every vocation deserves honor and respect. It is a powerful reminder that no work is insignificant in our society. The poem is particularly very rich in its literary beauty. Let's explore some of the most important key devices. First comes the imagery given in the line woven with colors and myriad hues, where we are having a visual imagery. We can imagine things in our mind and picture, visualize the content given in the poem. Next comes metaphor in the line delicious singing of the cook, where we are comparing the process of cooking with a beautiful song. Next, personification, Bharat celebrating vocation, and vocations are given human-like voices. Moving on to the repetition, the first line and the last line repeats again and again, emphasizing the heart of this poem. I hear Bharat celebrating. Moving on to the alliteration, in the phrase varied vocation, we have the repetition of the first letter V sound. And finally, symbolism. Each vocation symbolizes its own identity and pride of society. Moving on to the tone and the mood of the poem. The tone of the poem is reverential, joyful, and celebratory. While the mood is inspiring and patriotic, it is written in free verse, allowing the poet to express ideas naturally without a fixed rhyming scheme. The varying line lengths create a musical and dynamic flow to the poem. Some of the most important vocabularies in context that you have to focus is myriad, which means countless, hues means colors, precision means accuracy, varied means diverse, delicious means delightful or pleasing. These words enrich the poem's imagery and meaning. Now, let us move on to the values and life lessons given in the poem. The poem teaches us valuable lessons like respect every profession, recognize the dignity of labor, appreciate diversity and teamwork, honor dedication and craftsmanship, take pride in contributing to society. It inspires us to value every individual's role in the nation building. Now, let us have a quick look on critical thinking questions. Why does the poet celebrate varied vocations? How does work shape identity? Which vocation inspires you the most and why? How do these professions contribute to society? And finally, what would happen if any one of them disappeared? Take a moment to answer these questions, and after answering, let us move on to some interactive activities. Engage with the poem through these activities. The first one comes the speaking activity, where you can have a role play. Form groups of 5 in your class, each student representing a vocation. Speak about nature of the job, the importance, challenges, and what's the message that you want to give to the society. Then moving on to the writing activity, arrange for a career mela poster competition, create posters including event name, date and venue, highlight counseling session, interactive workshops, and keep the slogan as chart your future. Through these activities, learning becomes meaningful when it is connected with the real life. The poem encourages us to explore vocational aspirations further. Works like The Lamplighter by Robert Louis Stevenson, which is prescribed in your book, highlights how profession inspire dream and ambition in your young minds. Dear learners, if you have leisure time, you may read this story, which is a very beautiful book written by Robert Louis Stevenson. In conclusion, Gifts of Grace honoring our vocations is more than a poem. It is a tribute of humanity's collective effort. It reminds us that every job has dignity, every worker deserves respect, every vocation contributes to the nation. Indeed, the voice of a vocation is the voice of our identity. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and classmates, subscribe for more literature lessons, press the bell icon for updates. And let's end this video with a question. Which vocation inspires you the most and why? Tell us in the comments. Until that, thank you. Bye-bye.